And we're back, episode 9 of the Bayou Dragons podcast. Per usual, me, Tanner, and Mitch are on today.
Yep. No guest today.
No guest today. Just going to talk, bullshit a little bit, answer some questions from different people just messaging us on Instagram and TikTok and shit, asking just personal questions that they want us to answer, and then couple of stories, and I believe Mitchell has a real big weekend coming along.
Yeah, big weekend for me. We'll get into that a little later, but all of us work on the same shift. We just finished our hell week at work, and we're just sipping on a couple beers, porters, drinking whiskey. Tanner's drinking, what is that, O'Doul? Non-alcoholic beer, and we're just going to sit here and bullshit a little bit.
Every chance he gets, he's got to fuck with me every chance he gets.
He goes right past me.
Every fucking time.
He goes right to you. Did you bring the Ingle close?
I'm surprised he didn't. He brought beer. We normally got to supply it for his broke ass all the fucking time.
That's why
it's true.
I have a 65 quart out there with 100 beers, all Lone Star Light. If you don't have Lone Star Light where you're from, order it. It's fantastic.
Well, I'm drinking Coors because we were at the lake last weekend and they didn't have Lone Star Light.
Somebody left it in your cooler.
No, I actually bought this, surprisingly, but no, they didn't have Lone Star Light, so I just bought Coors at the lake.
Your wife bought it.
Yeah, I guess me or my wife, whatever.
Anyway, but yeah, so we're all off enjoying some beverages, and before we even get into it, I didn't even tell the guys about this. And it's just a quick story. I went offshore about a week and a half ago. Didn't tell either one of y'all. So there was me and Ryan and Colby and a couple other people. Well, they've been in touch with a guy off this vessel, one of those big ships with the rig. Yeah, rig ships. I don't know what the hell it's called. But he was like, y'all, I have the greatest bait in the Gulf of Mexico. It's like, okay, well, this guy's full of shit. Just some coon-ass dude. Coon-ass as hell. What he does is he cuts a broomstick into about a 12-inch piece, cuts the nose where it has like a little flat end, and wrapped it with aluminum foil and had zip ties, 3 on each side. He called it the flying fish. I swear to God. So we've been seeing photos of this damn bait, and I'm like, this dude's fucking on crack. Just straight up. We pull up to that rig, and he had ended up being on the rig at the time. So he's like, hey, guys, y'all, like, he wanted to, like, basically see us, and we're on that Viking. We pull up close to the back of the boat. We end up hooking up, and I end up catching, like, a 40-pound yellowfin. I'm sitting there hooked up, reeling in this fish, and we look over, and he is on the back of this vessel, humming this broomstick like a fucking mile. Just it would hit past like the lights, and you would see it. He would just jerk it. It would skip across the waves. Like a 75-pound yellowfin just comes up, full body immersion, smashes his broomstick.
So the broomstick was effective.
Oh, broomstick fucking was great. So we watched him catch it on the broomstick, and we're like, no freaking way. Well, it goes on. We get up close to the back of the boat. They show us his tuna. It's freaking giant. He throws one of the baits, the bait he was using, down to Ryan. Ryan catches. He's like, dude, look at this shit. Like, it's the most insane thing. Like, in you can tell he's been catching fish because it was all ripped up. The broomstick had teeth marks in it. Ryan put it on, cast it, pops it, backlashes because, he's using a broomstick. He didn't know how to actually, work it. Got it undone. Very next cast, pops it, smashes. Got like a 30-pound yellowfin just.
No shit.
Off a goddamn
broomstick,
with
dude.
Foil and zip ties.
Zip ties.
And you're talking traditional style. No Swiffer or nothing. This is traditional style broomstick.
Yeah, this is mahogany, probably. Mahogany or some kind of oak.
Well, mahogany's a little bit higher than.
Okay, so it's probably tallow.
Pine.
Tallow. It's probably tallow tree. But, dude, I'm telling you, it was the most insane shit I've ever seen. With the fucking like a 10-aught just treble hook on the back.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Is
just one treble hook.
What kind of hook?
Dude, one
how
hook.
many?
What the fuck do those fish think they're eating?
A flying fish. One of those fucking just them gliders.
Dude, flying fish look nothing like that.
Dude, I swear to God, I don't know, but he used broomstick and zip ties, and I watched 2 yellowfin get caught off.
I wonder what this dude was thinking the first time he made this bait. Like, I'm going to rig this fucking broom up and catch some tuna.
Dude,
Like,
He's probably out on a boat, and that's all he had one day. And
dude, I don't know, but he has multiple. Like, he makes them, a lot of them.
that's badass, though. I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, dude, it was just so funny. We
it's
saw
amazing what you could catch offshore with just
a broomstick.
or a hook. With
Yeah.
just not. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't tell you all about that, and I'm talking, dude, when I watched him throw it off the back of the boat, I mean, he's up probably about 55, 60 foot in the air, and he hums it, and it's just like,
How did he get the fish?
dude, I don't know. So I don't know how they got that. Like, they must have thrown like a flying gaff from hell or something. Dude, I have no clue. But we pulled up to the back of the boat.
So this is a ship. This isn't just
no, this is a tanker. Like
okay. Yeah,
like almost a super tanker. It's like 800, 900 feet long.
Yeah.
It's giant. And this dude's way up there, and he goes, "Look what I caught!" And just holds up a tuna that's like 5.5 foot long. I'm like,
Jesus.
oh my God. How'd y'all? But I was like, how'd y'all get that there?
I'm sure they have their ways. I mean, people have been probably fishing off boats like that, for years. I'm sure they have like a way to get
Every
them up
boat
there.
or damn near every rig I've been by, the people are fishing.
Something like that. Did y'all see that picture that Chris Smith took the other day?
Mm-mm.
It's going viral. It went national news. It was like in the Houston Chronicle or some bullshit like that. He was fishing over in like around Houston or Baytown, where him and Dante always fish. And
I heard about this.
and he might have been in I don't know where he was exactly.
Wasn't there a shark?
Yes, he was. They were fishing, I guess, on a boat by that pier. And this family has like a 6.5 foot shark dangling like 10 foot over the water, pulling it onto a dock. Like, it looks hilarious. And he got a photo of it, and now it's going viral as hell.
That's hilarious.
Somebody told us about that.
Dixie.
I don't remember.
Dixie Ferguson.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Miss Dixie. She walked in and goes, "Y'all see Chris's
That's right.
photo?" And we're like, "No." I thought she meant he caught the fish. No, he took a photo of somebody and this rod's just bent over.
Oh, I imagine so.
Like 150 probably pound shark. Just like, they have some good test. It's probably 15-pound trilene.
Oh, yeah. Big game.
Yes.
Trilene.
Yeah, it's Suffolk's 25-pound. But anyway, I just wanted to share that little story. But speaking of story, Mitchell, you have a big weekend coming this weekend.
So a bunch of people whoever follows us, my wife is impregnated.
She has fetus.
She has my seed was planted.
It's most likely not his, but
No, I believe it's mine. But no, we're doing the gender reveal Sunday, so something she really wanted to do. So we're gonna do the gender reveal on Sunday.
And he's going insane with it.
does anybody know yet?
Luke.
Luke's
knows.
the only one that does know.
Yeah. So my older brother Luke has the envelope with the gender, and we're gonna slap on some briskets, drink some beer, and I don't know what he's got planned, but we're gonna find out Sunday.
What's going to happen is he's going to open the card and go, "We're not assuming the gender," and then that's it.
Yeah, no.
We're going to not.
Or it's just going to be a giant. What are you doing? You're hitting a golf ball?
I don't know what I'm doing. Luke had mentioned
He's
getting an overweight gentleman stripped of all clothing into a box and painting him the color of the gender and releasing him from the box.
Just imagine like a 500-pound man just rolling out of a box.
I just want to see Travo's reaction.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I want to see.
Dude,
It's gonna be good.
Which I'm not going to be there anyway, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not going.
I'm
Mitchell
probably not
missed
gonna
out on
go.
Tanner, so I don't blame you.
I'm throwing a very extremely late season crawfish bowl.
He's
Tanner's gender reveal for his firstborn child. I had a crawfish bowl, and I didn't make his gender reveal, so he's going to have a crawfish bowl this Sunday. For
His
mine.
first annual crawfish bowl of Port Neches.
And what they're not telling you was I was working my ass off. I've been having to catch them in the ditch because no one's catching them no more out in the fields. I've been catching them with bacon in a crawfish hole. It's a bunch of old ditch.
Yep. It's been raining every now and again.
Yeah.
They're just going out in the yards and pulling them out of their crawfish holes.
I'm sure it'll be a good one, man.
I know this is this whole thing. We're just going to derail on this whole thing.
That's fine.
Howie told me, it's a coworker of mine, good friend of mine, Howard. he told me when he was a kid, he would sit there and he would go, crawfishing in the little crawfish holes. That's what we call them, which I guess if you're watching this from not around the Gulf Coast, you don't have crawfish holes. These damn crawfish make mounds of dirt just in your yard, hundreds of them.
Everywhere.
Just everywhere. They dig the dirt out and they build up a little funnel and they can go in and out when they need to. Well, you can take a piece of bacon on a string and stick it down there and catch them. And they pull them out.
Man, them things will be like a foot tall sometimes.
Yeah, no, you just drop a piece of bacon, raw bacon, down in a hole with a string. Howie was telling me, he's like, dude, when I was a kid, it's kind of slow when you're trying to catch mud bugs. I'd sit there and end up eating just a whole pack of raw bacon.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, no, you didn't get botulism ever. Just ate raw bacon.
It's also Howie, man.
Yeah, old Howie
Howie's
G.
a man.
Yeah, half Thai.
I mean, getting off that subject, this is completely random, but I love. I was reading through some of the comments on one of the videos the other day. Someone trying to burn us on that video I posted of Rance talking about hunting alligators like we don't have gators in Texas or something.
Oh my God!
These stupid bastards they don't fucking understand, dude.
I almost guarantee you we could walk the perimeter of this property and find a gator.
I guarantee there's one in Bruce's pond.
Guaranteed. That's what I'm saying. They're everywhere.
These idiots don't understand that
Texas
just
has
because we're not from Louisiana doesn't mean we don't have
Texas
alligators.
Louisiana alligators don't strictly live in Louisiana. They don't fucking have a zip code to their own area and just live in Louisiana.
They get up to Texas and go, oh,
yep. Oh shit! I can't go across that county
I think
line.
it's funny, man.
Or state line.
Yeah, Toledo Bend. I ain't swimming across the Pendleton.
Yep. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, they got a barrier in the middle of the lake that prevents alligators.
They just stay in the Louisiana boat lane.
Yeah,
they never go across the Sabine. But no, I mean, yes, Louisiana has way more gators. They get 20,000 tags a year. But Texas, we get 1,200, 1,300 or something like that. It's probably more now, maybe. But, I mean, you have to – that's only farmers that want to survey their land and everything.
yes.
I mean, honestly, if everybody did it on the Gulf Coast, we could probably have 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 tags a year.
Yeah, it's just not as big of a thing here, you know. I mean,
Well,
people don't really care
there's
as much here.
Well, there's just not money in it.
Yeah.
What's funny is these people talking shit are from Louisiana, and they have these giant alligator farms that are just washing down the whole process of wild alligator hunting. So it's not even basically a thing anymore.
So
it's like a high fenced ranch.
You had a spike during when the swamp people was really popular. The prices of the hide, the meat, everything went up, and then that kind of died off, and prices started declining. So there's really not a whole lot of money to be made just getting tags and bringing it to a processor and getting paid just strictly off the gator.
Guiding is the only way to make money.
Right. Yes. That's the best way to make money is doing
People will pay a lot of money to shoot a gator.
Right.
Yeah, I watched a guy cough up $5,000 last year for a few really good gators, though.
Right.
I mean,
that's more of but it's about the experience at that point. It's not about just getting it for the meat or the hide or whatever. That's the experience. You can say I harvested
shot an alligator.
This. Yeah.
Well,
legally, yeah.
His kids did. It was 11 and a 13-year-old. It was amazing.
Yeah.
They were like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever done, which they've done a lot cooler shit than we have. Like they go to Africa and hunt and do this, but shooting a 12-foot alligator is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. But that's something I could say I've never done. Personally, never shot a 12-foot alligator.
Caught him, never shot him.
Yeah, every alligator. I mean, I've never shot a gator myself. I've caught all the gators I've been called to from my nuisance. It's all been live capture. But I'm completely for harvesting alligators because they're overpopulated. I mean, you got to control the population.
All it takes is a hurricane to come through, and it just absolutely.
Yeah.
Just screws it all up. I mean, it makes it 10 times worse, in our area at least. Pushes them all our way.
Yeah. Well, they had to get away from that salt water.
Yep.
But anyway, shit, what was the
Y'all got so off topic.
Yeah, no,
I'm well off, brother.
Let's talk about some of the gear.
Yeah,
I think that was a question.
that was the gear.
A bunch of people asking what kind of gear we use for our different activities, hunting, fishing, and Porter, if you want to talk about the new deal we got with the canvas back.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, people have been sending in topics that they want to hear on Instagram or TikTok. If we get to see them, we will talk about them at some point. There's a couple questions we'd like to answer today that I've been sitting on. So one of them, the gear. This year, the Bayou Dragons partnered up with Canvasback Waterfowl. They're out of Texas, and it's the first patented full-body wader.
Yep.
And it is, I'm super excited to be repping them this year. I mean, they have other stuff, too. They have the waders, their big thing, but they're selling hats and shirts,
they got shirts, and I'm wearing.
Tanner's wearing one right now, but they literally, they get cinch tight on the wrist, and they go all the way up to your neck. And y'all follow them on Instagram or whatever. You see videos, they just...
Yeah, they're like emerging from the water. And from what I understand, we haven't got our pair yet, but they're made out of a thinner material. That way you can hunt with them in warmer conditions. And then when it's cold, you glare up underneath, and they hold heat good, but they're breathable as well. So I'm really excited to try them out.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
I would definitely...
Something different. I mean,
yeah.
How many times have you busted your ass out in the marsh? Which most of the time for us, it don't really matter because it's hot as shit outside. But
yeah, but I could, dude, just imagine having those full body waders
when it's 32 degrees and
just all those times we got wet or rain.
Or
If
rained
it's raining,
on.
you don't got to worry about shit. Just stand there in the rain.
Just wear your Bayou Dragon hat and the full body waders from Canvasback, and you are going to stay dry.
you're hooking bullet sunglasses to
Yeah.
protect your eyes from the rays.
We ain't even there yet. The Canvasback. So talking about the gear, that Canvasback waterfowl waders and shit like that, they are super. It's two guys from Dallas, Texas. We've had the pleasure of talking with them, and I think they have a real cool thing going, and I think they're going to end up being legit. The next big thing, I honestly think. I'm not just saying that because
Shit, they're already growing
well,
pretty big already.
they have some big influencers that are on their side.
Oh yeah.
And then
I think they have it's a very creative idea, and definitely, I mean, we've talked about it in the past. Like, could you imagine hunting out of like a wetsuit or something? Where you don't have to work. They took that concept and brought it to life, and I think it's going to be a great product. And I'm excited to we're going to put them to the test, no doubt.
oh yeah, we will give you our honest opinion because we're gonna have to.
We are hunters that go through at least a pair of waders each season.
Yeah.
I mean, we destroy some gear. We will put them to the
we
test.
hunt in marsh grass down here, so you have this razor grass and
cane
and
that
shit
cane,
like
man. That
oysters,
shit is,
oyster beds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fuck up some boots.
that. Alligators. Wait, we don't have those here.
Yeah,
But
only in Louisiana.
Yeah,
only
that's
in
right.
Louisiana. But so wader wise, rolling that. I think we all kind of wear different shit for jackets. I mean, we won't really have to wear jackets now with these full body waders. But I mean, do you have anything? I mean, Bayou Dragons this season will have hoodies, like Bayou Dragon hoodies,
Yes.
and we're working on like hunting vest also because I know a lot of the uplands game bird hunters and shit like that. They love their hoodie or they wear a vest over a hoodie.
Yeah, I like that combo. So when we get these full body waders, for me, it's probably just going to be a hoodie underneath down here when it's chilly. It's not going to be cold. It's going to be chilly.
That's 38 degrees hoodie, full body waders.
I think we're going to go with a like a heavier maybe a weighted hoodie. I don't know exactly.
Probably cotton.
I don't know what we're going to do exactly, but I'll be rocking a Bayou Dragon hoodie. You'll be able to hunt out of it because we're going to make it a neutral color tone, green or tannish, I'm sure, that you can hunt in.
Well, we better make that hoodie I got. We need to find something.
That timber.
Dude, somebody messaged this week on Instagram and said, this is quote for quote, this dude just goes, when the fuck is that camo hoodie coming in? And I was like, bro, I said, first off, it's 109 degrees at this moment.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not
Yeah.
worried
We're at
about
the lake, right?
No, this is literally yesterday.
Heat index
this is
today was
yesterday.
108
Okay,
at
yes,
work.
it was.
They
No,
announced it.
when I wore that hoodie, it was like 60s or 50s.
The video.
The video, yeah.
Yes,
it was
okay,
chilly.
yeah,
Everybody's wearing. Joe, remember he was smoking that cigarette?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wearing
Joe
it.
enjoys them cools, man.
Oh man, you can't.
We have been trying to get him off them cools for
That's
years.
one, and I'm not getting us off topic at all, but that's one thing we need to do as a group collectively. Is Joe smokes way too many cools. I mean,
Yeah.
that's you can't.
No.
It can't be healthy for you.
2,
What?
3
I
packs a
think
day?
it's 3. I think he's up to 3 now.
I don't think it's 3 packs a day. I think he's easily a pack a day of cools.
No, it's got to be more than that.
He might break into a second pack, but that's something we need to work on as a group is try to help Joe because one cig every once in a while.
Porter got to see his new truck the other day. He said he opened it up and there was like 6 cool packets.
I swear to God.
Right in the center console.
Dude, have you seen his new truck?
I didn't even know he had a new truck.
I didn't either.
So Joe like owns Invista now, right?
Yeah.
I knew he was moving up in the chain, so he probably
He drove up with a
$140,000 truck roughly.
Super Duty lifted. I'm being dead serious.
No shit.
No, silver Super Duty F250.
Seriously, no shit.
Dude, you don't believe us?
We're not lying.
So this is exactly how this happened.
I was at work. He pulled up
Joe-
at the shop. I'm looking at it on my security camera. I'm like, oh my God, is that Joe? He just crawls out with a cool in his mouth.
Like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Tanner goes, "You get that Snapchat from Joe?" And I was like, "What Snapchat?" He goes, "I think Joe bought a new truck." I said, "He didn't send it to us, in our group." He's like, "No, he's just sitting there looking at his face." Or no, he's looking at the road and he just goes over and just sees, on those Fords, it says Super Duty on the
dash.
on the dash.
Super Duty.
And then he just goes away.
That's all I saw.
So Tanner
the
had
hell,
no,
Joe?
but he was the first one to get like a glimpse. Joe pulls up and I thought it was like anybody else.
Yeah.
And he walks out, has a cool in his mouth, and I'm like, Joe, like, I said, "You actually got a truck?" And he's like, "Yes." So he FaceTime. Well, you can't call it FaceTime because they have Android.
It was FaceTime.
They trash-assed
timed
on their Androids. And he's like, "Oh, Joe, I can see a pixelated Super
Well,
Duty."
at this point, I just got to assume that's just chump change for Joe at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, between his cigarette addiction and his truck addiction.
That's probably a write-off, too. He just
probably
wrote
is
it
a
off.
write-off.
And
Yeah. Well, that's good for him, man. I'm happy for Joe.
Good
He's
for
doing
Joe.
well. His daughter's first birthday party is this
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep, Saturday.
We're gonna Throw down some.
she's
I asked
that's gonna be a
Joe, I
lucky
said-
lucky girl right
I know,
there.
she's
in
gonna-
the future.
I agree, but I said, Joe, I'm going to come over Saturday a little early. Help you cook. What you plan on cooking? I figured he'd say a brisket or some ribs. He's like, "Oh man, I'm throwing some Oscar Mayers and some patties." It's like, that'll be good. So I'm
Well,
gonna
yeah,
help him out with that.
He's talking shit. It's probably catered.
It's probably all Wagyu steaks if I could guess. I think he's
What-
bullshitting me.
Okay, so I haven't told y'all. He actually told me to bring the sous vide, and he has A5 Wagyu, Japanese cut, and I'm cooking them for everybody.
That's gonna be awesome. I'll definitely be there for sure.
Yeah,
wow.
it's Jolene's first birthday.
I am off, so I'll be there also.
Yeah, well, I'm being dead serious about the Power Stroke and the Wagyu.
Hell yeah.
But so Joe and
Old
Jolene.
Joe, man. What were we talking about? We were talking about gear, and we eventually
We're
got
talking
to
about
Joe.
gear. So let's get into some more gear.
Yeah,
So,
well, you have your waders, you have the Bayou Dragon hoodie. That'll probably keep you over for most of the season.
in Southeast Texas for
For
sure,
Southeast
it's gonna be
Texas.
hoodie and canvas back, full body weight,
and shorts and flip flops.
Bayou Dragon hat.
Bayou Dragon hat for sure.
I might wear that the summer hat out in the marsh. Keep that sun off me.
Yeah, I will do the first
The
hunt.
beach hat?
I will do teal season day one in the straw hat. Promise to God, I will do it.
Good. I'll take you out in the Suzuki.
So shotguns. We're not sponsored by Shotgun, so this ain't even. We're not plugging
Not
shit.
yet.
Well, yeah. Hey, if you own a shotgun company,
Yep. Hit us up.
I will shoot it, even if it's trash.
No,
But-
we will not shoot any trash. I want quality.
Dude, I'll shoot whatever, but I shoot a Benelli Super Black Eagle 2. Been using it for 8-9 years now, and it's been fantastic.
It was on your roof after the hurricane.
Yeah, I that was the first thing I saved when my house was flooding. Was I ran out with my gun and threw it on my roof.
Yep.
Said, "Stay there, baby." Too late. 2 days later, I got her back down.
Tanner.
I'm
Sorry,
I've been waiting.
No, it ain't a burn or nothing. I'm just did
I'm waiting on what he's going to say.
It's not bad. I was asking, didn't you get a new shotgun with the last year or two?
Yeah, recently, I think it was right before last duck season, I bought the Stoeger M3500, and I tell you what, I absolutely highly enjoy that gun. It shoots, it's never misfired. I've never had issues from it. Paint has not started peeling yet.
It's not better than your Benelli Supernova, is
Okay,
it?
no. So I have a I have a very special Benelli Supernova.
Like year one Supernova.
Year one, yeah. So I bought it from Gander Mountain. That doesn't even exist anymore, I don't think.
They went bankrupt.
Them
so
and Toys R Us, I think, went out at the same time.
it was on sale, and I bought it, I think, for $300 or $400. I don't even remember. And it was registered as a Benelli Nova. That's what it was registered as.
But it's a Supernova.
It's a Supernova.
What makes it
But-
super?
The 3.5 inch.
Oh,
So the Nova just shoots at 2 3/4. I don't even know
and
if it shoots
three.
3
It
inch.
probably
It
shoots.
It
three.
might shoot 3 inch maybe, but
If it
the
doesn't shoot
Supernova
three,
shoots up to 3.5 inch, and it has the 28
Oh,
inch barrel
28 inch
instead
barrel.
of a 26 inch barrel.
Yeah, 28.
So it was a real big deal. This guy didn't know what to do, whatever. So he had to sell it to me for what it was listed for.
300
And,
cash.
But what's odd is on the gun itself, it still says Nova on the gun. Like yours used to say Supernova.
Yeah.
Mine says Nova.
But it
But
shot
it shoots
3.5.
3.5 inch shells.
Yeah, I
So
love
it
that.
doesn't make sense. That gun is absolutely rough shape. Like it looks like it's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean for like 6 years. But I guarantee you 100% I could put any shell in it except for
Nitro
a
stills.
nitro steel, and
We'll
it
get
will
into
shoot
shells
it
in a minute.
without any mess up at all, any hang-ups, nothing.
Both of those shotguns, y'all talked about, they all shoot great shotguns. All these brands now are pretty close, and being, reliable and great. Just all around good shotguns. I shoot a Beretta A300. It does not shoot 3.5s, but it's a great. I really don't have a need to shoot 3.5s down here.
You will.
Yeah, but I do enjoy that shotgun. It's been very reliable. It's been a great shotgun to me, and harvested a lot of birds with it.
Good. I'm glad you finally upgraded. But honestly, if anyone's going to ask me, first time duck hunter, just get the old
Remington 870.
Remington 870.
870 all
Just
the way.
Look, if you're a first time duck hunter, you've never duck hunted before, you've never target
Never
shot
shot a shotgun.
you never
before.
shot a shotgun, get a Remington 870, and you will.
You will most likely have it for life.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I got one from.
Yes. The cannon.
Yeah, well, no, that's a Mossberg.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The Canon though, but no, like, dude, those things literally last.
It doesn't matter.
50, 60, 70,
It doesn't
80.
matter what
Like,
you do to them.
I believe we actually have the first model. Jesus used it, and he used to hunt pheasant with it, and it's a great shotgun. Remington 870. That's a good beginner gun.
Very, very good.
Great, very good price on it too, and it is a very durable
It's like
shotgun.
What do they do? Give you 200 and say, "Here's a shotgun,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Look, it'll never jam." But we all started out with pumps, and I think that's a good way to start, especially when you're nervous and you don't know how to shoot at.
In automatic, you shoot way too fast when you're nervous. Yeah. You'll shoot 3 shells before you even realize you're shooting at a bird.
Pump helps you control your shot, take your time. I would recommend that to any first time duck hunter, waterfowler.
For sure.
So yeah, Remington 870, definitely recommend to anybody. Now let's get into what shells we use, because I would love to be sponsored by anybody honestly, for shells, but I don't want to sound like needy, but your boy would shoot them.
Well, it's hard to come by shotgun shells. It was last season, right? You can probably find them right now. I know you just ordered us some. I don't know where you found them online.
Cabela's,
but there was a time where it was very difficult to find shotgun shells, and that's a big problem when it comes.
Oh, it's going to happen again. I mean, once season comes around, it's going to.
Yeah.
I give it a month into the season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
you gotta
Joe
buy 'em.
Byron.
Yeah. You got to buy them during the off season. You got to think about that. Right now it's summer, not really thinking about shooting ducks, but we need to start.
If you haven't
thinking
bought
about
shells
stocking
yet,
up.
Buy them now.
buy them now.
Because between the tall one, Tanner and me, I would say we probably have 6 to 7 cases of shells, and we definitely need about 2 or 3 more, just to make sure. Because last year we ran out, and then Mitchell started buying, and the shell he still shoots today, Migra.
Well, that was all I could find, and they were a little more. They cost a little more than I wanted to spend, but
They're a good shotgun shell.
no, they're
I'm
great. Now I
not
love
talking-
them, but they're a little on the high end for me.
Yeah.
From what I usually shoot, which is just cheap shit, you know.
Whatever you could find, really.
Yeah, really, whatever I could find usually was cheap shit. But the Migras are great, you know. I don't really see a huge difference from shooting like super high quality shells unless I'm taking really long shots. But just from like, you know, birds actually doing it right and blasting them in the spread, you ain't gonna really notice a big difference. But
There's not a difference between Monarch and Migra. There's not a difference between Rio and.
I agree what he said. It really comes to the distance,
Right.
When they're up close in your spread, you know, if you're a decent hunter and can throw a good spread and pull them birds in where they need to be, then you don't need some high dollar expensive
Just
shell.
shoot a moderate choke.
If you're shooting at them at 70, 80 yards flying away, then yeah, it's nice to shoot a damn black cloud that's
3.5.
$4 a shell, you know, or ball shells or whatever else.
So you've been shooting Migras, which that's what you've been kind of dealt the hand to shoot those. Tanner, what'd you shoot all last year?
I'm pretty sure most of the season I shot just basic Winchester, 3-inch.
The old X,
3-shot is my favorite.
the Winchester Experts.
Yep.
Red.
Red.
There's a cowboy on the front.
Yep. That's pretty much what I've shot all last season, and I shoot them pretty regular. They're a good all around shell. I have never had issues with them.
No, those are the shells. I can say Winchester is one for sure. After I flooded, a bunch of them got wet, and I just took a wire brush to them before each hunt. And I'm talking they would just be pitted as shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'd throw them in, and they still shot.
After a few hunts, I always have to go back through my bag and scrub everything down and make sure everything.
But the Winchester's always been reliable on that. The pin is always just, when it hits, it ignites, it shoots, it's good.
I've always liked Winchester shells.
Yeah,
They're
and
good
they're
shells. They're good
affordable.
shells.
They're
not insanely like last season, you know, Academy would have 6 boxes of shell total, you know. And
well, they did then Academy, which understand they did that fucking. You could only buy.
yeah, I know, but they hop the prices up. You know, Black Clouds or shit. I don't even know what all they make anymore. Those heavy shot, heavy
heavy
steels
steel.
or whatever. $32 a box, and you could find Winchester all day long online for $14 to $16 a box.
$32 a box can suck my erected shaft. I'm not paying
I'm not spending
$32.
$32 a shell.
I can't
I
shoot.
mean, a box
Dude,
of shells.
I'm not good enough shot to shoot $1.85 a shot.
No.
Like
A
I
duck is not worth.
no,
I mean,
I'll buy it if I have to. It'd be cheaper. Yeah. But I shot last year. I shot straight up federal, and it worked. Yeah. I went to Napa over there in Winnie and bought 2 full cases. I bought a case of I only shoot last year. I only shot 3.5-inch 2s. That was during teal season, and then for my Montana goose trip, I shot 3-inch double BB.
Yep.
And then when I came back and regular duck hunted, I either shot them with BB or number 2s. Because
normally when Porter hunts with us and he actually makes contact with a duck, there's not a duck left.
no, and I love duck. I love killing them. You know, I'm not one that wounds them. If I do make contact, which is rare, they're dead.
After hunting a hunt with Mitch, you could pull the snows down from the skies from all them white migras laying all over the marsh.
Yep, I'm the only one in the group that shoot. Well, they changed the color. Last season I was shooting migras and they were white. I bought a couple cases after season, and now they've gone to this. It's like a green, like a dark green.
Something
color.
better,
That's better,
Right,
dude.
than
So
having white
a little
shells.
better.
So where we hunt, like we have tidal current and shit like that on most of our places we hunt. So you shoot a shell, say you stand up and everybody shoots left, you know, out of the blind. It ejects right, goes out into the water. there's a chance if the tide's going out, you're having all your shells go right past your decoys.
Yep. Right in the middle of your decoys.
You have Tanner's red-ass Winchesters. You have my brick red Federals. And then you have bright-ass white Migras just bobbing in the water. It just is like, oh, it looks like Christmas.
Yep.
And, of course, we go and pick them up after the
Oh, yeah, you have to. You have to pick them up.
Drive over there and pick them all up.
Don't be a piece of shit. Pick up your shells. Pick up your trash.
Yeah, I hate going out in the marsh and finding a bunch of trash.
Oh, dude, it's always like Dasani bottles and honey buns.
Yep. Every single time. Yep. Or Monster cans.
Oh,
Pick up
yeah.
Monster cans. It's all the
Yeah.
young.
That's how you know
motherfuckers,
it's
man.
16-year-old kids.
Yeah, they don't respect what they're given. You know,
Yeah.
that is it's not a that's a I don't know how to explain it, but hunting the marsh, man, you got to respect where you're hunting. You know, clean up after yourself and just keep it nice for the next person that wants to come in and hunt behind you.
Yep.
Yes, I definitely agree.
You start trashing the place, what are they going to do? They're going to shut it down.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Take care of it.
Theodore
It'll
Roosevelt.
last longer.
Theodore Roosevelt fought too hard for us to be able to hunt public land. Also, that was a good question, Tanner, that you didn't ask. Yes, I am wearing hook and bullet glasses. Hook and bullet glasses. They're brighter than your future.
Great sunglasses. I have a pair myself, and
Tanner has a pair himself now.
wear the shit out of them.
Very good quality glasses. Very, very good quality. I haven't had a chance to fish or do anything with them crazy, but man, I highly enjoy them. Wearing them on my daily.
So look, I wore these the other day offshore, and I bought the inshore lenses. I could see the bottom of the ocean. They literally almost have X-ray vision.
That's how you know they're good.
Yeah, I mean, 500-600 foot deep, hook and bullets.
Yep.
Yeah.
See all them yellowfin swimming down there.
Yeah, just sue me if you don't believe me.
Catching them with the broomstick.
Catch them with a broomstick, dude.
I think another talking about people asking us questions about different things we do and different gear we use. We had another question asking us about some of our dogs. How do we train our dogs, and do we hunt with dogs? So we don't all have dogs. We're lucky to always
Use Tanner's.
For the most part, we mostly hunt together. So Tanner's got our main retriever, Tex. Tanner, if you want to go into a little bit about how you trained Tex from when he was a puppy and growing up.
Yeah, so Tex, man, I picked him up, and what's crazy is I paid $40 for this dog.
That's kind of high. Huh?
Vet fees, man. He is full-blooded, but the owners did not care about papers or nothing. And honestly, I don't either. I've met a lot of people with dogs that's not what matters, is the bloodline. No. I mean, yeah, I understand there's dogs out there that are just, but then there's dogs out there that have it, and just because they have it doesn't mean they have to be full-blooded. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
Not interrupting you. You do not have to have papers. Or if you say,
No.
like, oh, dude, I hunted with this competition dog, I don't give a damn.
No,
Dude, the worst lab I ever hunted with before in my life had won like 8 or 9 competitions. It was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like straight up terrible duck dog. Yeah, it could go and do its stuff, but when it came to duck hunting, god awful.
The
Worst dog.
First duck dog my family ever owned was the worst dog I've ever. Not the worst dog, because Rammy was by far the worst dog I've ever seen in my entire life. But he was second, and I don't even honestly. I was a little kid. I don't even remember. But anyway, he was. I picked him up as 6 weeks old, and he started training at 7 weeks, and I didn't put as much effort into it as I should have, and he's not perfect by no means. He definitely has his ups and downs, but he's a good all-around dog. We don't have to pick up birds. That's all that fucking matters. I don't care what anybody says. If he sits in the blind and he picks up your birds, that's all he needs to do.
That's
right?
all any of them need to do.
Right? And he'll cuddle up with you when it's cold, when you're waiting for 4 o'clock. And
yeah,
then
he loves pizza slices and shit.
Yeah, he rides in the back of the truck free. He don't even have to sit in a damn kennel.
Yeah.
Another thing I thought was pretty cool, I think you did this. So when he was a puppy, didn't you kind of start getting him used to like loud noises and stuff? That's that's a good training tool for people that are starting off with.
Yeah. So so from my I asked questions to a lot of senior dog trainers, and pretty much everybody will say buy the Water Dog book or video. It's a DVD. I bought the DVD. I watched it several times, studied it, and it helped me a lot with my dog. And I'd say, I mean, I don't know what you'd rate my dog. I mean, I know he's not perfect, but the Water Dog is what I got everything from. I should have pushed it harder. I didn't train him as hard as I wanted to, and I kind of fell off at the end. I got happy with him, and I didn't push to the end. But
you're asking the wrong people, because me and him, we don't own the dog. So if we go in the blind and he grabs the ducks that we shoot,
exactly,
I'm going to give him a 10. I don't care if he whimpers or whatever.
He drives me crazy. He whimpers and whines and cries sometimes. And,
but I mean, like I said, you bought a $40 dog with no papers and you train him yourself, and he honestly, I haven't
picked up a duck in
years.
He's 5 years old. He hit 5 years old in
April. Dude, I hunted with this dog that was supposed to be renowned. And we're hunting a rice field, private, nobody around, no other gunshots. We're waxing birds. This dog just runs down the rice levee away from the pond. It's like, dude, you're a piece of shit. This is like, I don't care if your dog has medals, and not saying if your dog has medals, he's bad. But we have a $40 dog that
you could train a dog to pick up a decoy all day.
Yeah, we just straight up
a toy. It's a toy to them. You know, you got to train them to
birds. You just train them to the scent. You know,
scent.
You keep some feathers off of some birds,
feathers or wings or whatever else. Keep them frozen.
After you clean it,
training and
you clean a duck, you use it to let them know what,
and bring them early. The earlier the better. It's just how it is. I believe you can't let them sit around and roll around the house and shit and piss everywhere and not be under training. I mean, you got to start them right off the bat. And like Mitch was saying, I started training him right off the bat immediately with loud noises to keep him from being gun shy, because I've been around many dogs that are gun shy, and a gun shy dog is worthless.
Right.
They're useless. There's nothing they will do for you.
Well, no, they just,
I mean, they're good dogs. Not saying they're terrible dogs. They just in a hunting situation,
they don't do their job.
Yeah, hunting situation, they're going to cower down and lay in the bottom of the blind and scream and holler the whole time.
I think, and I'm not a trainer at all. I think, though, some dogs have it. And I'm saying, like, the dogs we hunt with Tex and Jacks and all these, like, we've been pretty lucky with the labs that we have that are the whole time looking in the sky. Like, what's great with Tex, I don't even have to look. Like, we sit here and bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
We talk like we're talking on a podcast, just talking to each other, and he's looking up in the air the whole time.
I've got to where during hunting, so I don't even look in the sky no more.
No,
I keep my dog in my view, and if he makes quick jerks, quick movements, or whimpers, I already know there's a duck within my eyesight.
It's a bird within your eyesight. Don't say
a bird.
Yeah. You might have an egret flying by.
He does look up at just about everything, but
he will let you know. I'll be honest.
He will let you. I believe he knows when they're close. A difference, honestly, because it's a different.
Yeah, we've never shot
body. It's different.
Well, we've never shot a flamingo.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't jump up and shoot seagulls on accident. Because the dog jumped.
But I think me and Porter are very fortunate, because Tanner has Tex, and then we have Nathan we hunt with a lot. He's got Jax, great dog. And then I've hunted with I've got to hunt with Jay a couple times, and it's a treat being able to watch his dog work. Old Archie. I would love badass retriever, dude.
What is it? What is he? He has a beard.
Don't know his breed, man.
I forgot. He told me what it was. It's a German short-haired pointer mixed with something.
He has a Fu Manchu.
It's a badass dog, man. But
maybe a poodle.
I can't remember. He's a very great retriever.
But he No, and he takes great photos too, which is
Oh,
great.
yes. He's a beautiful dog.
Also,
Yeah,
that's
beautiful
if you're
dog.
trying to get into what we're doing, you want to take good photos. Have a dog that'll sit still for like at least 2.5, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Archie's pretty good at that. You got some really good photos of that.
Yeah, Archie is fun hunting with him. I hunted with Jay a couple times last season. Hopefully this season we'll get to hunt with him a few more times.
We'll
but
have him on the
those are treat.
podcast here soon. We'll be able to roast him and talk some shit
Yeah.
Yep.
and let the people know the real Jay Bruce.
Yeah, you'll definitely get the real. Whoever we have on this podcast, you're gonna get the real form because we will get it out of them for sure.
Yeah, they don't have a choice. I mean, just us talking shit, they want to talk shit back. So,
I'll bring it. Talk all the shit you want.
but
Talking about
So-
gear, I'm sorry if I interrupted you, but
no, you're not.
talking about gear, we have a deal with Sure Shot going on too. We blow Bayou Dragons blow Sure Shot game calls. Jay's come in, taking over the Sure Shot, which is a local company that's been around for years and years. They're very renowned, very great duck calling company, goose calling.
1959.
And he's really come in and kind of, I would say, modernized the company a little bit, kind of brought it more up to speed,
That's what it needed.
and that's what it needed, honestly. But he's doing some great things with the company, and we're excited to work with them. And they've got some really good stuff going on, and some really cool calls coming out this season. I don't know if they've released everything yet, but they've got some good stuff in the works for sure.
Oh no, they do. We have some partnered. We have some partnership with them that we're going to end up doing with Sure Shot, and if people that don't know about Sure Shot, you know they're. This can be wrong totally, but in Texas they are the oldest duck call in Texas, I believe, and they're like the 5th oldest in the United States. They've been around since like '59, but what got them on the map was the double reed back in like the 70s with Cowboy, and he could blow the fuck out of a double reed and blew the competition out of the water, won a world calling competition with the Sure Shot, and that's what put them on the map.
Yeah.
They have good calls, they have good beginner calls, they have good expert calls. And
They're all around some of the easiest calls to blow for sure.
Yeah, they are.
And they're good quality sounding calls. They're good, nice and crisp. And
we're not saying that because we're like, I've been blowing Sure Shot way before I even dealt with Sure Shot.
Yeah, it was one of the first calls I ever had as a child.
The Jensen's the first call I ever learned how to blow. Y'all used to make fun of me because I used no diaphragm. I used to blow it like,
yeah, and that thing was also like 75 years old.
yeah. And I still have, I keep one that's older than my dad on my lanyard, but they've been around for a long time. They're great calls, Sure Shot. And actually, if you're listening to this, if you do duck hunt, you do buy a call, use promo capital Dragon 10 at Sure Shot's website, you get 10% off.
There you go.
So it's that doesn't get used enough. Some people have used it and they've been like, "Thank you, you saved me a couple bucks, whatever." Like, not even trying to plug them that hard. Just they're good calls. That's all I got. That's all I've ever had is Sure Shot.
Yeah,
so
this past season, that's pretty much all we used.
well, they have a good teal call, and that's where.
Yep.
I mean, they have a badass blue wing teal call coming.
I
this
love
season.
the whistle.
And that new teal call they have, I don't have one yet, but I need to get one. But it is solid, dude.
But honestly, out of every pintail whistle out there,
Oh yeah,
They have
my
the best.
pintail whistle is from I don't even know which
80s?
family member
80s,
back in the
70s.
day, but it's just been passed down, and I have put it on my lanyard within the last few years.
Hands
and
down.
that is by far the best pintail whistle that I've ever blown.
No doubt.
What it between sound and aesthetic looking, because it's like this big
Yeah, it's
old
huge. And
this big old deal, and the
heavy.
whistle's this. You just you can get a hold of it and just
I actually had to super glue it back together this past season. It broke finally, and I don't know what happened. It was in my shell bag, and I pulled it out, and I super glued it back together, and it's back just as good as it was before.
yeah. But so yeah, Sure Shot game calls.
Sure Shot.
Also,
calls, Jay Bruce.
I feel like this whole episode, which is fine, people are going to listen to it. We're just kind of just talking about different shit that we use, answering questions. One question we get: snuff cup spittoons. Spitting at home, spitting in the car, fits in your cup holder. Snuff cup spittoon. You can put your can of dip back down there. Close it up. Pop it open. spit in it. Machine washable.
He's got a new design now. I don't know if he's released it yet. He's completely like he just keeps renovating, man, and keep improving. He's got like one now. I don't know what he's calling it. I saw a video on it earlier. It's got like a magnet on the bottom and shit. It's badass. I love them things.
I give him props. He is a grinder.
He is, man.
He makes, little cunning little videos. He does everything hand dipped by him and his dad.
Yep.
Like, it's legit. Like, I will stand behind him on a spittoon. And
for sure.
The other day I watched, which I know we're not supposed to, like, look at haters and shit, but, like, I was looking through some of his videos, and, anyone that's successful has haters. If you don't have haters, you're not doing it right.
Yep.
But people are like, oh, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, you must not know how to dip.
Yeah, you watched our video. Thanks for the view.
Yeah, thank you for the view. Like, I've had no problems with this. Like, straight up. My wife doesn't even, I think, hell, she didn't even know.
Probably
this was
don't even know what it is.
Yeah, she probably thought this was just my whiskey glass,
So you've talked about duck hunting quite a bit in this episode, so I'm going to dive a little bit more in depth with it. So out here, all of us, we run surface drive mud motors, and I believe it was last season, Tanner came to me in Porter, and he's like, hey, man, I think I'm going to get an outboard and, tunnel hole. We can't run over a 25 out here, so he gets it's a 25, right?
It is.
It's a 25. Yeah. He's like, man, I'm going to get this 25 Suzuki. I'm gonna go pick it up, man. It's gonna be, when we're not hunting shallow water, we're gonna run this outboard and we're gonna, blow past everybody. I'm like, hell yeah, man. So Tanner bought this outboard 25 Suzuki, and
98 model.
He really decked it out, and I think he's got it running pretty good now. Tanner, you want to elaborate on that Suzuki a little bit?
I'll tell you what. So I bought that motor, and it was in the middle of duck season, which was the worst possible thing that I could have done. Because during duck season, I shut my entire life down except for my job because I still have to work. And when I realized it was going to be a lot more of a project than I thought it was going to be, I just said, screw this, and pushed it off the side. And I haven't touched it since. I ran it a few times, and it was not very successful. I mean, it ran okay, but I just don't have the right setup for it. And
there's some fast outboards out there, though.
There are some fast-ass outboards out there. And I think I could compete. I definitely wouldn't be the fastest out there, especially when you get them guys that are running them 50s and everything else that are
a lot of people just
system,
don't give a shit
they don't
about
care.
The regulations.
And the wardens never show up when they're there.
Yep.
No matter what.
No. Y'all remember that hunt? The Mud Bayou.
Yes, the center console 18-foot. Is that what you're talking about?
No, not even that time.
The Mercury Racing?
No, not even that time. The guy that came in with like the 55 horse and got stuck in pond one, when it was real foggy, and we missed the turn, had to turn around and go right back past them. Wow, I had a stroke. It was like one of the last days of the season. You found that little point.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I know exactly.
And they were hunting out like a 50
They left
horse.
the boat, right?
Yeah.
And then we passed it back up after we shot our limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
These guys just got stuck as chuck.
Yeah, it was a huge. I thought it was a 50 Merc racing motor.
No, it was that big ass surface drive, but they had like 5 people in it. They got stuck in pond one. All right, so I think we hunt too much. We can't even.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We're all talking about 3 different stories right now at the same time.
A lot of stories.
I passed
many stories.
Many. Yeah.
And I can't
stuck ass boats.
And I cannot wait till we have a game warden on and be like, "Why we got to use a 9-inch?"
I've been trying to get a game warden on, but it's a little more difficult than I thought I was going to be. But hopefully, eventually, we'll have one on.
Well, they have stipulations and regulations. They can't just talk to a bunch of jackasses like us.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we might ask the wrong question, and they might
answer. You don't want to hurt that mud too bad. You don't want to mess that mud up with that 12-inch prop. So that's why we got to use 9-inch.
I'll never understand that, man.
Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, I will say this: Bayou Dragons, we are not working on a new design. We have a new design. I haven't posted anything about it, and the shirts should be done in about the next week. Super excited about it. It's a whole different concept and aspect of what we've been doing. I don't want to give any spoilers, just that something you haven't seen yet from us.
Yep. I would look for that in the next week. We're probably going to post this podcast up probably Friday. So tomorrow. So, yeah, we got a new design coming out within a week. It's going to be.
I'm hoping the shirts are done by tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be tomorrow, but I'm not 100%.
Well, we'll release them while we're doing the podcast at Joe's. Joe's kid's birthday party, his first birthday party.
They're going to be. I think they're going to be a
I
hit.
said her. No, I didn't.
Jolene.
I hope they're a hit. We can't say we had a lot of thought and effort on it, but it was a lot of thought and effort on it.
I think it's pretty
by our
creative, man.
artists.
I think people that follow us will
Appreciate it.
Definitely
Oh, yeah.
like them.
I'm
They'll
gonna wear the
appreciate it.
shit out of it.
Oh, well, I'm going to wear it every day. My wife's going to tell me how to take it off and wash it or something. But that's about for us. We have the new shirts coming out. We do have hoodies coming out. I'm really thinking about by September, we'll be releasing those. The people that are asking for them right now, it's too hot.
Hoodies? Yes.
Anywhere. I mean, I'm flying to Montana this next week to go play golf. I looked at the weather today at 78.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll be a fall thing.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about a hoodie for a while, and we really need to put one out. We're going to have one for y'all this fall.
Well, we'll have at least two of them coming out this fall. And we appreciate everybody that wants one, but don't buy one in the summer. I don't care if you live in Canada. It's only 60 degrees in Canada. You don't need a hoodie. Mm-hmm. But hoodies, and then we have some new, actually,
Bunch of new hats coming.
Bunch of new hats coming in. We have a rope hat that's shipping out tomorrow. Comes from Orlando. Ben Floyd Fabrication. Yep. He does all our hats. He did the sign. If you need anything done by him with any kind of sign and or hat, shirts, that's the man to do it. Very good. He's sending us some new rope hats. We haven't done those yet.
I'm excited about the rope hats. We've been trying to get our hands on some for quite a while, and they're hard to come by, and we finally got some, and we're going to be putting them out as soon as we get them.
Yep. We have two different designs, two totally different designs, and two different colors, but we have that one that's coming next week. Be looking for that, and that's probably about the biggest thing we got going on right now is just new. We'll have a new shirt and new hat dropping next week.
New hat design, new shirt design.
Hell yeah. Well, we're probably going to wrap it up for the day. Appreciate all y'all hanging out, listening. And thanks for all the support once again. And we're going to try to do a new episode every week. So this one will drop this week. We'll have another one next week for y'all.
Appreciate everybody.